I'm Garvin, chef, restaurateur, father, and student of life. Growing up in Atlanta, I have four sisters. My mom, single mom. My grandmother was a really great influence in my life. And, life was about survival. Life was about understanding the rules of life, discipline, proper etiquette, proper manners, church, worship, respect was huge, and basically trying to be a good person. And for me, at a very young age, I was into food. I had my sisters. We all cooked. My mom would leave and go to work. We make our own breakfast. We get our school clothes ready. We did what we had to do. We get home from school. The rules were really simple: do your homework, clean your room, clean the house, no company, start dinner, stay in the house. Some of the things that I saw growing up as a kid, we had no real inspiration. It was just, the dope boy was up the street, the man was selling the liquor up the street, somebody was selling cigarettes, pimps, not even really understanding what that was, but we knew that that was sort of the scene. The first thing I could do was cut grass, rake leaves like every other kid in the summer. Or kids were out playing football, baseball, basketball. For me, I wanted to make money because I wanted to be able to help my mother. When I started cutting grass and raking leaves, I'd already known how to cook. But, you 11, 12, 13, 14 years old. So, one summer, my life in culinary really began from working at a restaurant called the Old Vinings Inn. Even at the age of 13, I was working with chefs and, who were European and who were white. For me, it just been, my uncle and them, we catfishing, we barbecuing, what I'm saying? We barbecuing, we 4th of July cooking, we playing softball with the grill on, take the big garbage can, turn it into a grill. We was cooking, but there was no real technique. Once I got to a place where, I started to learn real technique, it completely changed my life. And notice I said change my life. And at the time, my friends, we were running around, breaking in the car, stealing, doing just stupid stuff. I started watching friends of mine go to prison, get killed. And I said, this isn't the life I want. Food became my lifeline. And to this day, cut to, you will always hear me say, food didn't change my life, it saved my life. Throughout my career, I worked at some really great restaurants: Morton's, O'Vining's Inn, Ritz-Carlton, Atlanta, Ritz-Carlton, Palm Springs. I went back and forth to Laguna Niguel, Morton's, Casbah, Rain, my own restaurants, Garvin's. So, I really dedicated my life to food. And now, as chief culinary advisor to Sodexo Magic, my life has come full circle. So when you think about who I am, my journey through food, certainly not an easy journey because, there was no African Americans doing what I did at the time, right? It wasn't cool. It was something that girls did. So once I got into the professional space, it was, all white everything, right? And then here comes this little black kid, trying to cook and, get some respect. Essentially I become the OG, the culinary OG, because, I've been doing it. I started doing it. I'm still doing it. And now my mission is to try and make sure that everybody else has an opportunity. And now on my 6th book, a book like this, I open myself up so people can know who I am and what I believe. And this book started with me talking to my kids about what's right, what's normal, You know, it's about exceeding the life expectancy of an African American man, right? Surviving past 25, right? These are the things that were most important for me in the beginning. And food was that passage, that pathway. But then once I realized I was safe, right? Food gave me a safety mechanism. Then I started to really embrace what food really meant. You know, started doing TV, you know, at a network, you know, great show, you know, Turn Up the Heat, Road Trip with G. Garvin, Underground Barbecue Challenge, Guys Grocery Games, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Guys Ranch Kitchen, Food Fantasies. These are all great shows and accomplishments that have happened through food. It was a steady climb. You know, it was a steady climb. And what, you know, especially young African American men and chefs have to learn, there's a certain way you have to deal with people. You know, we come from the hood. You know, we grew up at the basketball court. Something happened and it just got to jump off. It's a fight. You just fight, right? You wilding out. And that was all we knew, right? So, you know, as young black men, you know, you look at why we don't have the opportunities that other people have. It's because we don't have someone to help us understand the journey, who can help us understand how you get there. And more importantly, how you stay there when you get there. And that's why I'm doing this. So kids that look like me can see me in a place that they don't think that they can get to. But I can tell you this. If you can imagine it, you can make it real. If you can see it, you can be it. And you got to believe in it wholeheartedly. Live, love, eat, repeat, right? Each one, teach one, right? It's all about the love, the passion, right? And I tell you this, I want to leave you with this. When you think about, you know, who is G. Garvin? Where did he come from? Words that you must live by. Character, integrity, honesty, loyalty, trust. If you don't have those characteristics, it doesn't matter how well you cook, how many opportunities you might get. If people can't count on you, if people can't trust you, if people can't believe in you, they will not give you the opportunity. I'm G. Garvin, restaurateur, father, son, lover of food.